Hello, sausages, and how are we this hot Friday evening? What am I doing here? What am I doing streaming on a hot Friday evening when I should be sitting in my garden with me sandals on? No, I'm here streaming because I haven't streamed for ages, and I thought it was really important. I came on and said hello to everyone that's watching. If you've just tuned in, you're very, very welcome. You'll see that I've got my little parental advisory thing on, just to warn you that this is totally unscripted. Although I've had a little think about it, there is a danger that I might swear. So if the kiddie winkies are watching, put them to bed. And if they do hear me swearing, don't swear at home, children. It's very naughty. But I'm absolutely exhausted and I'm knackered. But I wanted to come on and say hello to everyone because I haven't streamed for ages, and it's a pretty shit time at the moment for disabled people in the UK. If you're watching across the seas, in the UK at the moment, disabled people are being hit left, right and centre by our gorgeous government. So I was going to come on here and have a bloody rant. But no, I'm not going to rant. I'm going to have some gratuity, some happiness, some joy. Because actually, because we are all together, we are much stronger. We're stronger united. And I've got so many beautiful friends. I'm going to just give loads of shout outs tonight for things that I'm really grateful for and I'm happy for, because all this political stuff is just, well, words can't describe what's happening with the Labour government. Andy, my mate on Facebook, did remind me it wasn't the Labour Party, it was the Labour government. They're two very different things. There's many, many good people in the Labour Party who've been fighting for disabled people, but maybe not shouting in the right lug holes. Anyway, so I'm not going to have a rant. I'm going to have lots of happiness. And today I learnt about joy. And I'll go back to that right near the end of the video. I don't know how long tonight's going to take me, because I'm not going to rush it. It's too hot to be rushed. But if you're watching, if you're tuned in, do please say hello in the chat. If you're watching over on Twitch or indeed on YouTube, do say hello. I do know the chat is kind of working, I think. Yeah, look at that. That's kind of working, all right. It's shooting off quite quickly. That's the only annoying thing. But I'll put it like that. That's all right. That's not too bad. So if anybody does chat, that'll be great. Let's have a look outside my door. As you can see, Igor's there. And it's nice or not. And I'm going to just check that we are indeed streaming on Twitch. I'm not too sure if we're on Twitch yet. Maybe if anybody's on Twitch, you could say hello. Hello, Laura. My lovely, lovely Laura, who I'll be sharing something with in a minute. Let me just come over here and see if I am on Twitch. Let's have a little look. You should catch me here. Oh no, I'm not here, am I? I'm just, oh yeah, I am there. So let me just see if Twitch is working. Am I live on Twitch? Live. Am I? Who knows? Here I am. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all working. It's all going live. Brilliant. So I've got that up. But I hope the sound won't be playing. So yes, indeed. Gratuities, is that the right word? For being grateful. I think it is. If you like to pop any other lovely words for being happy, then please do. I'm not too sure if you've got a hum going on, but my fan is currently off. That's the thing I do for you peoples, because I love you, you see. So I'm keeping the fan off and dying of heat. But don't worry about that. We're all going to be fine. Zombie Womble is there on Twitch to prove that it's all working. And there's my little workstation. And let's go back to me. There we are. So, yeah, so I'm not going to have a moan about the shit situation that we are in the UK. Probably globally. Disabled people all over the world are struggling at the moment with getting their rights recognised and all that kind of stuff. But I'm going to keep this upbeat and happy because I'm not going to let them knock us out. What's that button do? Hey! So thank you. Thank you. Can I just say it's well worth waiting till the end of the video, because at the end of the video you'll see one of the things I'm most grateful for. I'll give you a quick clue. Look at that. My lovely Bertie. Our lovely Bertie. We're very grateful for our Bertie. So, yeah, Bertie. Everyone loves Bert. So that's the first thing we're very grateful for on this hot Friday evening. Bert the dog. Everyone needs a lovely pet. And Bertie is such a good boy. I hope you're watching this, Bertie, and you're having lots of treats. So yeah, I don't know how long this is going to take, and I don't really care. You can turn off if you've had enough of me. And if you like it, say hello in the chat. Don't be shy. And if I make a boo-boo or something along the way, do chip in. So I'm going to keep these thank yous up because that's what this is all about. Gratitudes. And I'm going to finish off with a long list of people who I saw this afternoon, but I'm going to tell you more about that later on. So my next gratitude is my dad and Laura and Bert. 3 people that are always by my side and helping me and supporting me, even when my roller coaster's going up and down, and bloody hell, the roller coaster goes up and down. But yeah, Dad, Laura and Bert, love you very much, and I am very grateful to have you in my life, and thank you for guiding me and supporting me along the way. The next thing are my PAs, and there's a real danger when you do this list of people, you forget names. So if I do any of that and I forget something, for God's sake, tell me in the chat. And it isn't because I've forgotten who you are. It's just I'm so grateful. I've got so many people in my lives. So I'm very lucky. So anyway, my PAs, Dave, who got me up this morning. Dave Rook, who stood by me and helped me out in lots of messy times. Ben, who lives upstairs. I don't know if you're still up there, Ben, but thank you for being around. Lydia, who's new to the team. Great to have you with us, Lydia, and thank you for learning and being so kind as you shadow and learn stuff. Julian, who's been a mate of mine for a long time. And Jo, who's like my daily rock. She's here every morning to get me up, and she's been with me for over 10 years this year. So a big shout to Jo, because I'm grateful for all my PAs. Dave, Ben, Lydia, Julian, Jo, and Yvonne, who, as I do this stream, is on her way from Glasgow, from Scotland, to support me to go to Bristol for the weekend. So I'm grateful for all my personal assistants. They're not carers. Stop calling my PAs carers, because they are personal assistants, and there's a very, very different role for personal assistants. So big up to you. I've got lots of support workers who aren't personal assistants but help me with my work and my access to work support workers. And one big shout must go to Claire Teasdale, who is always there sorting me out. She does all the logistics and organising for my trips, make sure that everything's there. So when I went to Boston, she made sure the room was fine. She made sure the flights were great. When I went to Canada, she made sure the flights were great. She made sure the hotel was fine. She made sure that the hoist was the right kind. When we were stuck on a train, she's the one who got me sorted out with a taxi at the end to get me home. And Access to Work need to give me my money quicker so I can pay Claire her wages quicker. Get it, DWP? People rely on this money, not just disabled people, but the people we work with. So hurry it up. Get it sorted. I'm very grateful. Gratitudes. But yeah, thanks to Claire. I've got loads of colleagues and I can't really name them all because there's so many of them. But I do want to give a hats off to the team that got me to Boston, to Tim and Andrew Lansley, and to Sally Curry from Drake Music. My Future Leaders team that I work with, I'm privileged with. Deborah and Nick and Douglas. I'm so grateful to have you by my side as we go through the next cohort of Future Leaders. And I must thank the Future Leaders, who are all brilliant young people who I have the privilege to work with. So thank you. That's another gratuity. Inclusive Cultures, Kate and Nick and our coaching team, and also Sarah, who guides us all very gently through Inclusive Cultures. And I'm grateful for all of you being with me and supporting me to be a better coach. This week I had a trustees meeting with Epsom and Your Fab. I've been a trustee for, I don't know how long I've been a trustee for at Epsom Fab. I think probably something like about 20 years. I think about 20 years. So, and it's lovely being my trustees and supporting Epsom and Your Fab, who were fantastic last weekend at the Parallel Festival. Big up to all the young people and volunteers at Epsom and Your Fab. You did absolutely brilliant. And on this vein, my last gratitude for this little group of people is everyone that turned up at Parallel last week to support us and play with us in the rain and then the sun. We had a lovely sunny weather in the end, apart from when it pissed down with rain. Oh, let me press the button. When it pissed down with rain. It's a bit of that. Oi, oi! I've got these camera angles and I never press them, do I? There's one there. That's of me living room with a bit more moody lighting. Should we have another picture of Bert? Come on. Let's have a picture of Bert. Thank you for watching, sausages. Anyway, so yeah, everyone that turned up at Parallel last week, absolutely gorgeous day. And particularly thanks to Julia, Andrew, Dawn and Janine for getting me there and getting things all sorted out logistically. And a big love to Mick Scarlett, who wasn't there with us because he's doing other things and he was not great. Bless him. But we send our love to you, Mick, hoping you're well now and the world is being kind to you. As I say, right at this moment, it's not great being a disabled person. And yes, more pictures of Bert, please. We got it. We got a picture of Bert. Here he is. There's Bert. Lovely Bert. So yeah, thanks Mick for, even though you weren't there, you were there in my heart, and you know that. Right, my next load of gratuities, I guess. Oh yeah, don't forget Minifab, all the Diddy Midi Fabbers who were just absolutely phenomenal on Parallel, and they gave it large on stage. They are just so beautiful. Thank you, Minifab, for the future. I want to thank the band for playing along with me. Nixon, who hasn't been with me for a little while. We miss you, Nixon, if you're listening. Paula, she's a rock. Helen, who I'm going to come back to in a little while. Helen, Dave, obviously he's been playing me for ages. And Marcus, who drives me around and is now playing a bit of bass with us. So I've got Nixon when he can do it, and I've got Marcus when he can do it. So I'm a very lucky boy to have two brilliant bass players who can dip and dive. And a big welcome to Dominic, who's joined us on fiddle. And I might put up a little bit of a clip of him playing when I get a chance to edit it. So, like I said right at the beginning, it's been a bit of a shit time for being a disabled person in this country, but I've got a lot to be grateful for. I've also want to give a big thanks out to my colleagues over in Canada who I'm working with on the new Telecaster developments. I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that at the end of the video. So just remind me to tell you. But how are we doing halfway through, sausages? I'm exhausted. I'm going to have a little drink. And while I have a little drink, I'm going to let you have a look out my back door with Igor while I have a little drink. Yeah, I'm having a drink. I'm just having water. Yeah, I'm just having water at the moment. I might have a Guinness in a little while. Should we go down and get a bit more of Igor? Yeah, there's Igor. Let's zoom in on Igor. Oh look, I could get two gonks in if I'm careful. Look, let me zoom back a bit. And as you can see, I've got my little black fan on charge, ready for my trip tomorrow. It's very exciting to be going on another trip. And that's my little workstation. You can see my little bondines there. I've got that little angle for in a little while's time because I want to do something. The fan's still off. My fan is still off and I'm just boiling. Don't worry about me boiling here. As long as you're all sitting cool watching me make an arse of myself. Let's have it. So, Yoda. Oh, the wise one. Helping me to stay with my gratuities and my gratefulnesses. So yeah, Marcus and Dominic, welcome to the band. I'm off to Bristol tomorrow to work with an organisation called WEMA, West of England Music and Arts. So I'm very grateful to be coming there with you and working with the brilliantly talented Jenny, who manages the team down there. And Gary Dave's flying over from Ireland. He lands first thing in the morning and he's going to jump in Joni, me van, and we're going to drive to Bristol, where we will be greeted by Dr. Phil Mullen, and then the four of us, Jenny, Phil, Gary and me, will be working with an excellent gang of facilitators and music makers to look at how we build inclusive practice and take it forward and go further than we thought possible with stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to the weekend, even though I'm knackered, so be gentle with me. I hear we're in air-conditioned rooms, so thumbs up. Don't worry, everyone. It's going to be nice and cool, and we're going to be nice and relaxed, full of kindness, full of compassion, and full of curiosity. We can ask questions, and together we'll find the answers. So looking forward to being with WEMA in Bristol for the weekend. Now, before I go to my final gratuities of the evening and wrap up, you've got to learn something every day, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're watching or you're listening today, do you know what the don't cheat, right? Because I know if you're cheating, all right? I know if you're cheating. Yeah? I know if you're cheating. So no cheating, all right? Because I've got a little algorithm that says when you're cheating. So no Googling. Today's learning point is, what do you call a collective of ladybirds? What is a collective of ladybirds? And you've only got 20 seconds to put it in the chat. Yoda, do you know what you call? Yeah, you do. Yeah, I can hear him. Only I can hear Yoda. So, what do you call a collective of ladybirds? Now, the reason this came about was because Marcus was listening to cricket on Radio 4. I'm not a cricket fan. However, Marcus is. And he said, you know what a collective of ladybirds is? Apparently, I never thought about it either, Laura, Wombi Zomble. But there is a collective term for ladybirds. And it's because currently, with all this hot weather, apparently we're getting, and I'm going to use a different word because it's the wrong word, like a swarm of ladybirds. But obviously it's not a swarm because you get swarm of wasps. So it's not a swarm of ladybirds. Does anybody in the chat want to have a guess as to what a collective of ladybirds might be? I'm going to start the countdown clock. It's 30 seconds worth, this is. No wonder I'm breaking into a sweat. Boo! Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely true. A collective of ladybirds is, this is absolutely true, a loveliness of ladybirds. How beautiful is that? And if that doesn't bring joy and gratuities to this stream, I don't know what does. So today isn't about moaning, and today isn't about having a go at the Labour government, although they bloody deserve it. It's about joy and happiness. And what brought me joy was learning that a collection of ladybirds is known as a loveliness of ladybirds. Isn't that gorgeous? So, today I went to visit another group of colleagues. Hold on a second, what's going on there? Just bear with me because I'm trying to sort things out here. No. Do bear with me. Laura would never have guessed what a brilliant collective noun. Yeah, a loveliness. Do you know, Laura, you just reminded me as well, another one of my gratuities is our brilliant Steve, who I forgot to mention right at the beginning. But Steve is Laura's brother, and he is also something very worth being happy about, mainly because he shoves spoons all over my bloody house and fills me with spoons. Stop it. We love you, Steve. Thank you for all my spoons. So I'm gonna, hopefully this works. This might not work, but anyway, you can probably see down on my computer here I've got this little program. And today was the exit festival for the performance making diploma at the Central School of Speech and Drama, which is actually run and delivered by Access All Areas, which is an organisation that are led and run by learning disabled artists. And Cyan's on tour at the moment, and they're just brilliant. You'll see lots of their actors and actresses on television, or you might be lucky enough to go to the theatre and see them in the theatre. But anyway, can you see, I've just turned the page and there's a whole list of names, and I don't care how long it takes me, I'm going to read every name out that's on this list, because I am very grateful for all these people today who gave me the motivation to do this stream and to be joyful in the middle of all the shit that's going on, to be joyful for all the things we do. And I'm very joyful to go to Central School of Speech and Drama and do a few chats with you and have really lovely sessions talking about what it's like being a disabled artist working in the arts world. And we had some great conversations, and you're all in my heart. And today you blew the stage off doing your final exit show. So they've all graduated this evening, and I hope you're all in a bar somewhere getting very, very drunk and celebrating what you've done, because you're all absolutely amazing. So I'm going to just read through this whole list of people, and I don't care how long it takes. There you go. I've said it now. Voiceover Brian, Billy, Neil, Ema, Arthur, Sarah, DVD Brian, who's different from Voiceover Brian, Josephine, Leo, Colin, Sharon, Floor Manager. I know who you are, and your piece was phenomenal. Your piece got me, and I went up and told you afterwards you were that bit about what it's like going for a PIP assessment and then just going, we're better than all of this. It was just powerful. Thank you, Floor Manager. Bruno, Sophie, Anthony, Suzanne, Alan, Nana, stay in touch with me. We met on Disabled People Against Cuts protest years ago, and another gratuity to all my Disabled People Against Cuts colleagues, brothers and sisters. So Nana, Harry, Kavina, sorry if I've pronounced that wrong, Kavina, Millie, I met your dad today, that was lovely, George, Claire, Jack, and now the crew, Tracy, Zoe, Jade, Ellie, Jack, Phoebe, Emily, Katie, Maria, Sophie for sorting out my car parking space and looking after me every time I go, even when I forget to say, quick, I need a parking space. Sophie is always there, and we'd be lost without you. And she lives near me. Let's have a cup of tea, quick. Flo, Jacob, Nikki, Miles, Walden. I'm still in the car park waiting for my go in the show. Nikki Walden promised me that I could be in the show, and I'm waiting in the car park for the curtains to come up so I can be in it. So anyway, she'll come and get me in a minute, she said. But finally, a big thank you to Ellen Breyer, because Ellen Breyer's in my life a lot. She's in my band. She's a friend. She's got a lovely doggy called Annie, who I haven't got a picture of here, but we might have another picture of Bert in a minute. But also, she facilitates the Take Part program at Central School, and delivers that program with a great team of people. But all the gang at Access, all areas, Nick and Patrick as well, who I caught Nick, I didn't see Patrick. Very proud of you all. You're absolutely brilliant, and it's you guys that have inspired this little stream tonight, because I'm very grateful for having you all in my life. And we'll make more music, we'll do more stuff, we'll have a laugh, and we'll keep going, because together we are stronger. Oh, and look, just for Steve, hold on a minute, where is it? I've got it. Hold on, is this going to work? Hold on. Oh, it's not working. Hold on. Is it working? Yeah! Look! A giant spoon on my screen for Steve. There you are, Steve. That's what you call a spoon. It's a long story, and I'll do it another time, folks. They're thinking, what are we doing listening to a stream about a bloke going on, banging on about spoons? Well, if Steve watches, he can put something in the chat, and he can explain his behaviours, outrageous though they are. So, final bit of this stream, and then I'm going to go off for the night because I'm about to pass out. It's so hot here. I think it's about 40 degrees here in London. I'm not really competitive. I think art is very subjective, and you like it or you don't like it. I hope some of you like my songs and some of you like my music. Some of you probably hate it. Sorry, but I quite like it. I love it. It's my way of doing things. And obviously, you all know that with the brilliant Charles Matthews and Gowan, and now the team in Canada, I've been working on the Kellycaster for the last 10 years. It's 10 years old now, and we're actually going to be putting it out. It's proof of concept works. We want to get it out there so that more people can play it. So anyway, I was encouraged to enter the MIDI Awards, and we finally got the application in. We don't know if you've got through, and I don't really mind. Just doing it was a big learning. Thank you to everyone who contributed with comments to get it written, and also thanks to Laura and Claire for helping at the midnight hour to get it over the line and get it over to California. I don't know if we get through to the public vote, but if we do, I will let you know. And if we need the public vote, I'm going to need everybody's help. So I'm just saying that because I'm just very grateful that I've been able to put an entry in, and it's with great thanks to everyone who... Have I got a round of applause? Oh no, I've got the boots. That's quite cool. See? Be joyful for DMs. Other boots are available. Anyway, listen out. Keep an eye on me socials. On Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter. Although I don't really go there that often because it's a bit horrible. But I take up a bit of space there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Blue Sky now. If any of you are on Blue Sky, you can find me there. And I'm on LinkedIn and all the usual social media outlets. I will be announcing if we do get into the finals or public vote. But I ain't bothered whether I do or not in a way. I'm just grateful that I've had the opportunity to put something in. And I'm grateful to all of you. Love to everyone at Crown Lane Studios who messed with me tonight with some good luck and wanting to put some comments to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a little look around the room. Let's take a breath. Let's be grateful for the joy that our friends around us give us. And let us be joyful that, hello sausages, we can still have a laugh even though this government needs a right kick up the arse. And that's not me saying that, that's Yoda saying that. That's a fact. Yoda says, be you Tory, be you Labour, you still get a kick up the arse if you're bad to disabled people. And we're going nowhere. So thanks to everyone. Sorry about the swearing, but I did put a little parental advisory up there because of the explicit content. I only swore a little bit. I weren't too bad, was I? Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for listening. We've had quite a few in, but not many comments. But, oh, look at that. And they are very bad to disabled people. Yes, they are. Tories, and sadly the Labour government, not the Labour Party, as AD said to me on Facebook the other day. There are some really good Labour MPs out there. There's some very good MPs in the House of Commons. But will you all please just shout up a little bit louder? Because Mr Starmer and all these front cabinets, they need a bit more of a polish, I do believe. So, I'm not going to go on about that anymore. I'm going to just say thank you all. Follow, like, subscribe, do what you do to keep things alive. I'll keep going for a little bit longer. Let's finish off with a gorgeous picture of Bert. I love you all very, very much. Bye bye, sausages.
That's all, folks.
Woof. Bertie's going to get a treat. Do you want a treat, Bertie? Treats for Bertie. Bye-bye, sausages. See you all next time. Breathe. Breathe.